Hey everybody, welcome to GGS for Always. My name is Greg. This is my YouTube channel. All right, so it is 10 days till Christmas. And wow, time is really flying. So I have not been able to make a video in a few days. I had some things going on and you know how life gets. But anyway, enough about all that. So all right, so this is going to be a really good episode because we have our Polar Express hot chocolate mug here full of hot chocolate. Yum. Thank you again for the hot chocolate mug. I really appreciate that. It tastes better out of the hot chocolate mug. Don't ask me why, but it does. It's very awesome. So what are we doing today? What's going on? So all right, so you may recall that we did the diorama here for our little, what I call the business district, our downtown. And today, we're going to do the residential area, and I've already taken up all the buildings, but this is what it looked like. So all right, so let's just review how we're going to do this. So what we're going to do is we have a very large piece of cardboard across the room here, and we're just going to cut it to basically the shape of this. We're going to cover it with this green looking fabric, and then we're going to lay out the buildings again and mark where they go, and then we'll do some wiring for some lights and stuff and some roads. Wow, yuck. So all right, this is gonna be a fun one. All right guys, let's get to doing it. So this is the area we're going to be working in. I call this the residential area because this is where we had the residential houses and so forth. And we'll need to get this cardboard cut and then lay it out and see how these buildings are going to go. And I did take a picture before I dismantled everything because I did like the way it looked. Had a little interesting thing happen with the downtown district here. I had a little bit of a power surge and all my street lamps burn out. Now they came from Temu, Temu, however you say that. And so yeah, we'll have to order some more. Now I guess we'll have to do something of a surge protector, either, I don't know. We'll figure out something. But anyway, all right, so onwards. So, all right, so yeah, that got moved because I was messing with that. So, all right, so let's see. What I did, and I've gone ahead and I've done this beforehand just to kind of get an idea of what we're doing. So I just kind of laid this out. And I laid it out in a way that we're going to have lots to overlap because we're going to want to overlap it and, secure it underneath our cardboard. So, all right, so I just went along the straight edge basically of the track, then along the edge of the rails here. And we're just going to cut this out, and then we'll cut our cardboard up similarly, and then what we'll do is we'll shave and trim and make it to fit this area. Now I have a little area over here that's not going to have this. I'm not sure what we're going to do about this just yet, but I guess we'll deal with that at another time, or if we figure out something in the meantime, we'll do that. So all right, let's get this cut, and then we'll just go from there. So somewhere here I have some scissors. Yes, I do. All right, That's right. This little green mat also came from Temu, if I didn't mention that. So all right. So did I mention that this is the second-hand train layout that we got from when a friend of mine's father passed away? That's what this is. We call it second-hand because obviously we are the second ones to have owned it. Unfortunately, I don't believe that he ever got to see anything run on this. He got it together, and he got it together in a way that it was not, well, it just wasn't good. It was not functional. They had all kinds of problems. I'm not sure what kind of rolling stock or locomotives he was running on it, but man, the way he had it laid out, it would have had to have been something pretty much bulletproof to keep it on the tracks, because just not some great track work. Let's just put it that way. So all right, we got this cut out, and I say him, he may not have done it. Maybe it was a second-hand layout to him. You just never know. So all right, so we got this cut, and basically this will, in fact, fit where we need it to fit. Now I'm kind of wanting this to end kind of underneath the tracks. That way, when we do our seam, it won't it won't show quite as much. You know what though? I can control that by the cardboard and how much you overlap it. So I need to be careful. All right, so let's give it a fair amount of overlap here. I've got plenty of extra. So all right, what I'm gonna have to do, I have to figure out where I want this, and we're gonna have to cut around this piling. And let's just see if we can maybe cut out around this little pole in a way that this will work. Is how we want this? No, actually it's not. Glad I stopped and thought about that. We're gonna want to overlap this, so this is gonna want to go this way quite a bit actually. All right, yes. Spire the brain just in time. It's all right. So I'm just gonna take my X-Acto knife. I'm gonna cut where this goes here. And I might as well just cut it straight, more or less, because got another pole in line with that one. So all right. Okay. Well, it moved on me, didn't it? All right. So let's try this again. My goodness, guys. So you got to be patient with this stuff. I know I say that over and over and over, but you really do. You got to be patient. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. It's all right. I think I got it. I think I got it. All right, so we can cut the rest, I think, with our scissors, maybe. So all right. Let's see. Let's think about this for a minute. So we got the straight for the. Yeah, that ought to work. If it doesn't, well, we will figure something else out. Maybe I'll cut it a little long on the tail or something here. Let's see. All right, that looks pretty good, I think. All right, is that gonna? Oh yeah! Wow, it's an accident, but it turned out well. All right, very good, very good, very good. All right, cool deal. All right, cut this off. Maybe I'll mark it with my marker. All right, that's very good. Actually, we don't want to cut that because once again, the cardboard. We got to do the cardboard. Now we can go ahead and probably just go ahead and cut this one. All right, are we having fun yet? I'm having fun. This has been a burger of a week, guys. This is really, I mean, whoa. But I have a really nice hobby. It's all right. So I got my little notch scored out there, and let's see what we can do here. You know, if we don't get it exact, I don't think it's gonna be exactly the end of the world. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, we gotta use the X-Acto knife. That's why I bought it. It's for stuff like this. All right. So I saw a thing on Facebook the other day where you're talking about, you know, how much money do you have in your hobby? Do you want to know? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. No, I don't want to know. It's all right. What spurred that thought was, you know, I was thinking about all the tools I bought, and I don't want to know. So all right, let's see how we did around. Oh yeah, look at that, man! Wow, guys, this is pretty cool. So all right, let's go ahead and mark this one. And actually, that's not exactly where that's gonna go, is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. No, it's not either. All right. It's hard to think about this because the cardboard will not be this big. So, all right, that's where our pole goes, though, and that will probably work. All right, very good. All right, and so this is the resulting cardboard. So, all right, this is gonna be way too big. We'll have to cut it down. But that's kind of just the idea of the whole thing. So, all right, let's see. How is this going to go? How does this go? Wow. Doesn't seem to be too terribly intuitive now, does it? So maybe it goes this way. I believe it goes this way. Yes. All right, yeah, like I said, I've cut it way too long. It's all right. Let's see here. Let's get it correct to... Actually, it is correct. Well, no, it's not correct. I was going to say, let's get it correct to that edge. But let's see. Let me find my little pen here, and we'll just draw a little notch out for this pole. Not sure what to do with the pen. Well, now, had to have been right here. Oh, there it is. All right, so let's take this pen. Let's do a little notch out for this. Now, this is going to be way too big just yet, but we're working on it. Okay. So, all right. Just gonna do a little unscientific measurement here. So all right, so that's way up here. Whoa, I would not have thought it was that far. All right, that's about where we wanted, I think. So, all right, so I'm going to go. Like my scientific measurements, this is great, right? All right, here we go. Here we go. So all right, that's just a guess, guys. That is nothing but a guess. All right, you want to see what I drew? That's what I drew. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we Let's see here. Let's see here. Gosh. Alright. X-Acto knife isn't really going to cut this cardboard, but it will score it, I guess. So, alright, maybe I should have got a bigger X-Acto knife. This is the only one that Walmart actually had. So, alright. Actually, once again, inspired the brain. My blade's trying to come out. That's not cool. Look at that. See that? Wow, that's why they don't allow me to have sharp blades. Because I do not know how to operate them. Alright, let's get this guy back in here. I think I just didn't have it tightened down. That's what I think. Alright, there we go. There we go. I think it's in there. Alright, let's continue on. So, alright, that actually worked pretty doggone good. Alright. So, don't really want all this cardboard stuff underneath here. Mess with our thing, although we are going to vacuum later. I promise we probably are. So, alright, that worked out pretty well, actually. So, okay, that kind of is where I wanted it, and because this is the straight edge we're working to, that's where that's going to go. Alright, so let's draw some new lines. Now that we have this kind of figured out, let's draw some new lines. I told you this is going to be way bigger, and it is way bigger. It's probably, what, about 4 or 5 inches too far this way. So, alright, let's see. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to figure it out? Oh, I have faith. I have faith in this. I really do. So, alright. Find where the row bed ends here, or starts. Now, it doesn't have to be exact, because that green will fold over, and it'll hide a few errors for you. So, alright, let's see. And on this end, wow, I can't even see this end just yet. So, alright, let's let's do a mark here. And we'll do a mark here. Then we'll use a straight edge and we'll connect the marks, and that'll give us that one. So, alright. So how are you guys' holidays going so far? Well, I tell you what, it can be a tough time of the year to navigate, can it? All the interesting things that people have in their heads kind of come out, don't they? Kind of a weird time of the year. A lot of people do not cope very well. Fortunately, I'm not one of those people, but you still have to cope with the people that can't cope. So yeah, there's that. Alright. Once again, thank goodness we have a good hobby to take some of our frustrations and energy out on. So alright, let's see how we did. Man. So alright. Well, we didn't do as well as I had hoped we would do, but we didn't do bad. We didn't do real bad. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so how to make this work? Wow. I guess we could just kind of randomly cut it. It does not have to be exact. I was hoping it would just snap in there. I mean, what are the odds, right? We have such scientific measuring going on here. Alright. Let's lay it down and see how we're doing. It's alright. I don't know how much of this I will edit out. Probably a lot, because you know it's only interesting watching you screw up so long, right? So all right. So we need to start here. So all right, how are we going to figure out exactly where this starts curving? And I think I just figured it out. It starts curving right about here. All right. Once again, marks on the paper. Will it mean anything later? Who knows? So, all right, let's get some more trimming going here. All right, here. So the problem with this, or the problem with me anyway, is that I'll get to trimming and I'll be like, it's not enough, and then I get not frustrated, but I get impatient, and then I'll cut too much. So I got to be careful of that. So, all right. So far, though, we're doing a pretty doggone good job. So, alright, it looks like to me like some of
maybe this area. Oh, wow, I don't even see the bed. Okay, most of the area needs to be trimmed some more. All right, I'm just gonna guesstimate.
Like this scientific scientific stuff? Yes. All my perfectionist guys are just probably tuned out by now. They're like, oh no, I can't watch this. Oh goodness. All right. See, the good thing about you guys watching is, you know, you'll see the edited version, which will be much shorter.
It's all right. Yeah, that's good right there. Wow, I could use a little.
Man, as the more you trim, it's like the more you see that it doesn't look perfect anymore. But I think I see. Oh, I see what I need to do here. So at this point, all the perfectionists are just tuned in to laugh. And that's okay. You know what? I do not mind if you guys laugh. I really do not. That's it's part of it. You know, that is part of it. So all right. Wow. Got this obnoxious ear sticking out here. Let's see what we can do about that. Not just an ear, but an obnoxious ear. All right. Very good. Let's see how we're doing. All right. Looking good. So, all right. So, what we're doing basically is, and maybe I used this word earlier, maybe I did not. We're just doing some dioramas. And if you did that in school, well, you know, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. Oh, I thought it was fun. I don't know. Maybe I was a weird kid. Okay, yeah, I was a weird kid. But anyway. So, all right. I'm just going to try to cheat a little bit here. So were you the cool kid in school? Because I don't know. I don't think there's many trained folks that were the cool kid in school. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. All right. That looks good like that, maybe. So it kind of did a crease for me, but it's not gonna follow that curve. So we have to be a little bit careful here. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, and then this tail I think can come on off. Don't need that anymore. All right, very good, yay. So what is everybody's feelings on fruitcake? I'm not a big fan myself. I mean, I think probably I just never had a good one. Maybe that's it. But yeah, not a big fan. Not a big fan. Now, as I recall growing up, and that doesn't really count because your tastes aren't great. I mean, the way you taste things is different as an adult. I guess that's what I'll say. But my grandmother used to make a fruit cake, and from what I understand, it was very good. But you know, I don't remember it being very good. I really don't remember it being very good. So, yeah, there's that. So, all right. Very good. So I don't guess anybody probably makes fruitcakes anymore. What do you think? I don't know. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of pressing along this cork bed here, and maybe that will reveal the corner, or maybe we'll have to start all over because I just got impatient and screwed up. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So, all right. So do y'all kind of go out to the garage and do your own thing for the holidays? Because, you know, I'm not in the garage, obviously, but that's kind of what I've done. I've buried myself in the hobby for right this moment in time. So, all right, this is not perfect, but it's close enough. I really think this is probably close enough. What we could do is we could trim some of this corner off here, and it would slide and probably center. See what I was talking about? It's not ever going to be anything perfect, you know, for all my perfectionists. Once again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you know. On the other hand, maybe perfectionists don't join my channel. I don't really know. So, all right, I do have a small piece here that I don't really dig, don't really like all that much. Let's see. Gosh. What can I do here? So let's see, I got it under the bridge like I want it to. The only thing I could possibly do is bring it this way, which would close it up a little bit. So let's try that. Once again, I do have a very large piece of cardboard over there, so if we screw it up too bad, just start over. How about that? I think we're doing okay though. I think it'll be okay. All right. Yeah, that's better. All right, that's good enough, I think. All right, very good. How is this gonna lay? What is gonna happen here? It's all right. Immediately there is one small problem. My cardboard is bigger than my mat. I don't really want that. I don't want the next piece to pick up where that one's left off. So I'm going to mark. Let's see. Can I mark it? I have to mark it in a way that I have enough room to fold it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark it, and then we'll come back. We'll figure out how much we're going to overlap it, and that's what we'll cut the cardboard down to. Does that make sense? I don't know. Once again, the perfectionists are probably like, "Oh my god!" So all right, let's see what we can do here. So all right, gosh. So I'm gonna, how much to fold it over? So yeah, we've cut it down now, and that actually I think made it maybe fit better over here, maybe, perhaps. So, all right, let's figure out how this is gonna go on here. Kind of try to mark it or whatever we're gonna do here, and let's see. So I believe that's about what we're gonna want. So all right, how do you suppose to mark this, or should I just start folding? I don't know. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a little piece of glue along this edge, and that'll just tell us where it goes. All right, good deal. It's all right. So I got this glue right here, and I think I just talked about that. This is the thick super glue, and it's not exactly what I wanted, but I couldn't find the other one. So yeah, that's the truth about that. All right, let's see if we can do this without getting our fingers stuck together. That would be nice. Or sticking it to my robe. You know, wearing the robe for, because well, it's Sunday. Did I mention it's Sunday? It's Sunday, and yeah, my day off. And we are definitely treasuring these days off. I'm just here to tell you. We are definitely treasuring these days off. All right. All right, so I was thinking I had another thing of super glue, and I just was not seeing it. And you know, I sat down and kind of relaxed with a cup of hot chocolate, and I found it. It was sitting right in front of me. So all right, yes, yay! Means I didn't have to get out of my bathrobe. I didn't have to go to Walmart. That is definitely a win. So all right, let's get back to what we're doing. So as you can see, we got this one edge done. It's looking really, really nice, and we've got these edges here ready to go. And we just get back to doing that. So all right, very nice. So all right, see what I was talking about, how, you know, we didn't have to cut the green exactly. That's because that it overlaps, and that's nice when it overlaps, because you can do some things. You can stretch it. You can just, you know, it just makes your life just a little bit easier. That's all. So all right, man. After no super glue, I think I just probably did too much there. That's okay. That is okay. Really and truly, that is okay. So all right. So all right, it just glues like that. It's super simple, guys. So all right, I will say this. You know, I like super glue products. They work pretty well for crafts and stuff like this. What I will say is that this one was the gel, and it dries much slower because it is a gel. And this one's almost instantaneous, and really this is kind of what you want. This is really kind of what you want to do these type of projects. So all right, let's get this guy. Oh dear, let's get this guy on here now. This one didn't exactly get on there exactly correctly, but that's okay. It really is okay. It will be okay. I say that a lot, I know. All right, so let's try this here. So all right, we're gonna want to try to make that match now. It's gonna be the challenge, but it's not gonna really be much of a challenge, I don't think.
All right, here we go. All right, so that kind of sort of matches. Very good. Very nice. So all right, finger glued. It's always a hazard with super glue. So all right, let's see here. We got this one. This one's not quite ready to glue. This must have been at the point that I realized that I was going to need some more glue. So yeah, I really struggled to make that glue go, and it just wasn't going to happen. All right, let's see here. So all right, that looks good. So all right, just kind of pretend you're wrapping a Christmas present. Now I'm not very good at wrapping Christmas presents. I'll just tell you, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty atrocious at it. But if you do that, it'll wind up pretty good. And once again, if it's not perfect, you can always undo it. And depending upon the type of this landscape type fabric, I don't know what you call it, you could probably undo it and redo it again. It's all right. All right, here we go. Let's do this. So we want to keep these edges kind of tight because this goes up against the track. And you may recall that we had a margin for error, but it wasn't just a huge one. It wasn't a big one. All right, very good. Doing well. All right, that new super glue works really nice, guys. All right, so yay. So very good. So and this is what it's looking like on the other side. We'll have to cut out here for our pole, but we'll do that after it's nice and dry. So all right, we are just going into this little curve where we had to kind of modify the cardboard a little bit, but as you can see here in a minute, it will not show at all. That's the good thing about using the cardboard. It's just pretty flexible. So all right, so we need a little bit, looks like here, to kind of help glue it. All right. I'm so happy I didn't have to go to Walmart 10 days before Christmas. Well, that would not have been fun. I'd have done it for you guys, but it would not have been fun. No, it would not. So, all right. Oops. So let's see. All right. Let's see. So, all right, that's looking pretty good. So, all right, this one actually a little bit long, so I need to pull that one in. That's right. We're fixing to test our theory if you can actually undo this and redo it. We'll see here in a minute. So, all right, let's see. Can we? I think we can because it's just cardboard. Yeah, it's going to rip the cardboard, but that's just... Oh, look what we did. All right, well, that wasn't the plan exactly, but it will work. It'll be okay. What we got to do now, then, is we just got to get this glued in here. We'll put this little piece back in, and I think it'll be okay. I really do. So, all right. Very good. Very awesome. So, all right, I can't believe that little piece came out like that, but it did. All right, I think it'll be okay. I really do. All right, very good. And we got this piece, which is the one I was worried about originally, and then I saw the other piece. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. And once again, it does not have to be perfect at all. Not even close. That's right. Yeah, that's looking okay. That's going to be good. All right, let's see about this piece here, though. That's the one I'm kind of worried about. So, all right. That's going to be okay. It's going to be tucked a little bit, but I can do it. I really can. I can do it. So, all right. I've got it. So, how's you guys' Christmas shopping coming? I'm just throwing out all these questions, aren't I? I didn't do much this year. I really didn't. I was not exactly in the best of Christmas spirits. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, it's all right. And sometimes that does happen. Despite our best efforts, that does happen sometimes. All right. Very cool. Man, This is really awesome. So, all right, this particular thing where 3 pieces come and come over. Wow, that didn't sound good at all. Is possibly going to be problematic because it's right along that track. But let's see. No, I think it's going to be okay. All right, so we're finishing up the last little flap here, last little piece of fabric to bend over, and we're going to see how we did. And I think we probably did okay. I really do. I think we probably did okay. So, all right. So, I used earlier that we may need to cut that over here, but I don't think so. So, all right. How did we do? How did we do? Well, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So, all right. Let's get some of these edges maybe fixed a little bit here. But I think we're good. I really do. I think we're good. Very nice. All right. So, can you see that? Let me get over here where the camera is and let's look. Let's look. All right, so very good, very good. So in case I didn't explain this earlier, and I explained it on the other one that we did, the reason we do the dioramas like this is, well, for a couple of reasons. A, it's fun, and it's a little bit easier for me to do one section at a time. And secondly, when we go to move this guy, this will not fit through the door. So it's got to turn sideways, which means that anything like these trucks or whatever is just going to fall off. So when you make these dioramas like this, you can take the whole thing, buildings and all, and your wiring, and if you do one central place where the electric comes up with little quick disconnects, man, I tell you what, that'll make your life pretty easy. And you're not stuck with the same buildings forever and ever and ever. You always have the option to change your diorama. So, all right, very cool. All right, so I feel like this was a long time coming. So, all right, yeah, oddly shaped diorama. I mean, what could go wrong, right? All right, so before we start putting our buildings and everything around, let's run the train for just a minute. Let's run it by this a couple of times. Just make sure that this isn't going to interfere with the running of the train. I don't believe it will. I think it's going to look pretty awesome, but let's just do it because now's the time to to find that out. Not once we start gluing down and wiring and all that other good stuff. So, all right, let's do that real quick and we'll see how that goes. All right, so far so good. So I don't see any issues, really don't. Oh, except that there was a car on the track. Uh-oh, something just happened. I'm not sure what just happened. Something. My little camera here may have fallen perhaps. Let's see. No, I really don't know what that noise was. All right, well, probably something was on the track. All right, guys, well, I think we're ready to put down some buildings. Now, in order to do that, I'm probably got to look at my picture that I took, and that's okay. That's part of it. I had it pretty nice the way that I had it, or the way that I had it down, and it's always subject to change. But this is where it needs to be decided because once it's all down, it's not permanent, but I mean it's semi-permanent. You wouldn't be able to move it around very easily. Let's put it that way. All right, so let's get to that. The first thing I'm going to do is find all my residential structures, and we'll see if we can remember how they go. But I doubt it. I doubt it actually very seriously, but we're going to try it. So, all right, I think that one went there. I'm actually almost certain that it did. Let's see, residential structures. Where are my residential structures? Is that a residential structure? No, that's very much not residential. All right, well, here's the house. This is residential, yes. Oh, no, that's a train station. The train station can go here, though, maybe. So, all right, I may have just changed it. All right, and then we got this little house, which is pretty cool. What else do we got house-wise? This is a house. All right, doing good so far. So, all right, we got a road that comes through here, and we're definitely gonna have to look at the picture. I can already tell you. So, all right, let's see. Is this a house? This is not a house, and that's actually wired, so that doesn't go on there. This may have gone there instead of that. I'm gonna have to get out the picture, aren't I? All right. Let me look at the picture and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we have our first problem. So I said we would worry about how to do this little pie section later, but apparently if I still lay it out the way that I had the residential area laid out before, the station actually goes about like that. So we need to address how we're going to do this. So let's do that and we'll get right back to it.
All right, so we have the residential area laid out here. We've got a little bit of a train station, a nice two-story house there. We got another two-story house here. Got a car or a house there with a nice garage and a nice two-story house here. And of course, we have another station as such here.
And that'll help hide our seam. Actually, the seam is not that bad. I'm actually pretty pleased with the seam. If you have to have a seam, I guess that's not a bad place to have it. So, all right, let's. I think the next thing to do is to get our road, our road grade in here and make it match the others. Now, our road here is a little bit wider than the others, but you know that happens. All right, so let's get to doing that, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got the road done. It looks pretty nice. It doesn't match the other road, but I don't guess it has to, does it? So, all right. Anyway, so the next thing to do is to get these buildings down, and then we'll do the wiring underneath, and we'll put the whole thing back where it belongs, and we're pretty much going to be done for today on this portion of it. So, all right. So, let's see. This building was not lit, so I had to do a hole and put a little LED light in him. I believe that one of these, I believe it's this one, is lit. And so yeah, we will just drill a hole. Now on the others, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a hole with my little X-Acto knife, and we're just going to put a LED through, and then we're going to just simply leave the LED and place the building over the LED. And it ought to work out really well. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see what happens, and we'll go from there. So, all right, so since this one's already wired for lights, let's go ahead and do this one. Now, I've taken the liberty of kind of tracing out where the buildings are going to go and where I think the holes for the lights need to be. So let's see how I did on that. I think we're going to find that I did okay. I learned a lot when I did the downtown section. So, all right, here we go. Okay. All right, it doesn't have to be, on the ones that have wires, it doesn't have to be actually a perfect hole like I just made, but you know, sometimes you do funny stuff like that. So, all right, as a matter of fact, you may notice that this guy went up cutting a square hole because I wasn't exactly sure where the middle of this building was going to be, and since we have them kind of at an angle on this piece, it wasn't really easy to figure it out. So, all right, let's go ahead and do this. This one goes back here. Now, this one doesn't have a cardboard base. I just noticed most of them do. It looks like it did at one time, which means that this has probably been on a layout before. So, all right, this might be interesting, guys. So, all right, so the wires go through the cardboard. Get the yellow wire going through too, please. And then we'll just simply, yeah, I got the hole in the right place. So, all right, so I just kind of marked the edges of where I want it to go, and we're just going to glue it along the edges because there is no cardboard base on this one, and we'll take it from there and see what happens. So, all right, let's see. So I'm so glad that we found this thing of glue. I really didn't want to go to Walmart. I really didn't. I mean, I love you guys and all, but I really didn't want to go. I really didn't. So, all right. All right. Man, going to Walmart 10 days before Christmas. Can you imagine? Ugh, yuck. That's a no for me. And the funny part about that is I was almost certain that I had bought that glue just for that very reason. And then when I couldn't find it, I was like, well, maybe I just thought I did it. You know, when you get old, you kind of start second guessing yourself sometimes. So, all right. Here we go. You know, hold this, let it glue pretty good, I think. Since it's only glued on the edges, it does not, once again, have the cardboard, the base that this other guy did. Or actually, I think this is some sort of masonite. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. So all right, not a solid base. There we go. So he is glued down. It's looking good. So all right, let's move on to the next thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy here. It's got the cool little garage and everything on him. And we're gonna do that. So this is one of the ones that's not lit. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make a hole. And hopefully I can do this. What I wanna do is I want this to lay flat, but I don't want it to go all the way through. I don't wanna have to glue it if I don't have to. So we'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. All right. Okay, let's go. So, all right, who's having fun? I am having fun. I'm actually having a blast doing this, guys. So, all right, here we go. Now this one does need to be round. So, all right. One good thing about this cardboard is it is really easy to cut. I mean, obviously it's cardboard. And yeah, you can really get some things going here on the plywood or on the cardboard. I said plywood. I was thinking plywood, wouldn't I? All right. So I think I got that to where this can just sit here. So let's try it. Let's try it. I don't really want to set that on my street lamps, although they are operational. I think I told you that story when we started. So yeah. Not real happy about that, but you know, what are you going to do? Things like that do happen. All right, and they were not expensive, and they are super impressive when they're lit up, so we are definitely replacing them. I think it was like 13 bucks for all of those, so you know, a little hard to argue when they don't work quite the way that you imagine that they might. So all right, my wire here is being a little difficult for reasons unbeknownst to me. All right, I got that one. All right, I got them both. Yay. So, all right, so what were we doing? We're setting this in here. And we're just going to string this through here. And hopefully it'll make its way through. But not all the way through. Actually, it worked. So, see what I was talking about? The bulb is actually sticking up, but it's not going through the hole. And that's going to be just exactly how I wanted it. So, I am going to take this guy back out for just a minute. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on his base. Now these are LEDs, so they will last quite a long time unless, of course, some dummy gives them too much power. And then all bets are off. So all right, here we go. So all right, so we got him on here. It's glued. Should be good in here in just a moment. So I still have him on my robe, and it's actually getting a little warm. Getting a little weird maybe to have a robe on this long. So I'm going to have to go change out of that here in a minute. So, all right, the super glue is trying to attack my robe too. Don't know if you guys can see that. So all right, looks like it's glued down. And now we're ready for the building. So all right, if we trace this out correctly and put the bulb in the correct place, this should be pretty painless and pretty easy. So all right, once again, we did trace out where the building goes, and yes, he's just going to go right over that light, no problem whatsoever. All right, very good. So let's put some glue on the bottom. So if you're working with this fabric stuff and you want to use the glue, what you want to do is you want to put it on your building or whatever you're gluing down, and not that mat, because that mat will just soak it right up. It'll soak it right up, and then it won't stick. So this way it will kind of soak in and bond all at the same time. So yes. All right, so we got some glue. Got it more or less where we want it. Stick it down. Wait for a minute. Keep sticking it down. All right. So is it stuck? What do you think? I think it's stuck. All right, yay, super glue. So all right. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to go get me some more hot chocolate. And I'm going to get out of this robe, possibly into some clothes that aren't pajamas. And we'll be right back. All right, so I am changed, and I'm ready to get back on with this. So all right, let's get this 1, 2, 3, 4th building on here. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So this one is one of the ones that's not lit. So we want to make the hole that's big enough for the wire, but not so big that the bulb can go through. Make sense? Hope so. I hope so. So all right, now we just got to figure out what I did with the bulbs. I believe here's one. So all right, these LEDs, once again, they came from Temu. I'm not really trying to promote Temu, but they do have some pretty cool stuff for your model railroads layouts and stuff. So yeah, check it out. You might be surprised. The shipping was actually a lot faster than I thought it was going to be too. So all right, once again, not not a sponsor or anything like that. Just cool stuff. So all right, here we go. We got the wire stripped. Get this wire in, or get the wire through here, and see what we can do. All right. So these little street lights that I had, you had to wire them in series because they were like 3 volts apart or something like that. And anyway, these are standalone 12 volts, which is why I'm not too afraid to glue them in here. They're not gonna probably pop from a power surge like those others did. Yeah. So all right, let's get this glued down here. Just hold it till it glues. Now here in a minute we're going to turn this over. I'll show you guys how we're going to wire this, and then we'll feed it from one spot. So it'll only be one spot where the power comes up through the table. Don't believe we have a spot here yet. No, we do not. So all right, I believe the bulb is glued. Now we just got to get our little house here, and we'll just place them here, make sure that we are good. We are good. So let's go ahead and glue them down. All right, moving right along, guys. Moving right along. So, all right, more Christmas questions. Anybody on your list like asking for something like crazy, like, you know, outrageous, like, well, how are we going to do that? Man, I don't have anybody like that. Not this year. I've had that before, but no, not this year. So that's always a difficult situation, especially if you don't really have the means or the knowledge to get whatever it is that they are asking for. People can ask for some crazy stuff. It's not about the gifts, guys. It's really not. So all right, so far so good. Now the more this road is drying, the more I'm liking it. So that's good. So in case I edited that part out, this road wound up being just a little bit darker and stranger because the tip from my paint pen came out and disintegrated. So that was the end of that project. So all right, I think we got this glued down. I think we're ready. So all right, so we only got 2 more to go. We got this long house here, which goes kind of like that. And then we've got this station, which goes kind of like this. Now, really, in reality, the front of the station should go towards the tracks, but because we are doing our layout because in the way that you see front to back, we're going to do it this way, which is not correct, but I won't tell if you won't. So, all right, let's get this light in here. Now, this one ought to be easy because it's wide open. It won't be quite as easy to glue it down, but it'll be okay. So all right, once again, hole big enough to get wires through, but not to make the whole LED go through. So these LEDs are actually pretty big. They're kind of nice. I like them. I bought some of the smaller ones too, but I think I like these better. They're about the same brightness. It's not that they're any brighter. It's just that physically they're bigger. So okay, there we go. So that building's down. All right, so I think we have one last building now. There is a little caveat to that statement, and the caveat to that statement is that I found more buildings that I didn't know I had. So these don't exactly match the other ones, and this one's kind of missing a chimney and some other things. And what the heck is that? What in the world? Is that birds? I think there's birds in this window. What the heck, guys? This is why I don't. This is why I can't hang with Engage, because I can't see the stuff. It's all right. Well, this one's got a broken corner of the roof. I think that's why I didn't choose to use them. But we got that guy, and then we've got, if I can find it, where the heck did it go? Oh, this one. He's missing some windows on the back, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we think when we get this other building done. What do you say about that? So, all right. So this could be very interesting now on the lighting of this one. So this building is long and skinny. So I just don't know. I don't really even know how to do this. That big LED was kind of perfect. It's just a shame we don't have one more of those, although maybe we one-mored it to death. Alright guys, so we have the bottom of our diorama here, and this is what it's going to look like. And as you can see, the wires will not hold it up very much at all. And what you want to do is you want to wire everything together to where you can have your positive and negative able to connect in one place at your table. Now ideally these would be quick connects, but I don't have those right now, so we are just going to do some heat shrink tubing. And if we should want to take this up later, first off I'm going to leave a little bit of slack so it'll be okay, and secondly we can always cut it. So yeah, there's that. So alright, got the heat shrink tubing. Of course, if you're using the heat shrink tubing and you're doing cardboard, as I am, do be careful because cardboard is indeed flammable. Now I think they have like a heat gun, right? Like it kind of looks like a hairdryer or old school hairdryer that does the same thing. But yeah, we're just gonna use the lighter. We're just gonna use the lighter. So all right, then got the positive here. So all right, we're kind of getting to the end. We're towards the end of this segment. This has been a lot of fun, guys. This actually wound up being some interesting things that happened on this one. You know, couldn't find the glue, and then when I did find the glue, we didn't have enough LEDs, so we had to we have exactly one incandescent bulb in here, and we can always come back and replace that. But yeah, that was not the plan. That was not the plan at all. So you know, sometimes you got to improvise. Sometimes it doesn't work out exactly like you might want it to or plan it to. So all right, let's get this on here. Once again with the lighter. Once again, cardboard, be careful. All right. So I can't believe we were out of those LEDs. I can't believe we were out of like white LEDs altogether. I mean, I had so many of those. I guess we've just done a lot of projects. So all right, I guess that's a good problem to have, right? So all right, let's let this cool down just a minute, and then we'll pull all this down rather, and we'll just get to putting this down. Got my diorama backwards here somehow. All right, here we go. So as you can see, it's just going to be very, very simple just to get this in here. And if we ever want to work on it or change it up or whatever, it would be super easy. It would be super easy, wouldn't it, guys? So, all right. Not wanting to sit down exactly like I want it to, but it's working on it. It's working on it. So I got one little spot here I don't like, but it's okay. It will be okay. It really will. So, all right, very good. So, all right, very, very cool. So, all right, so sometimes you gotta kind of work on this. It's got some black paint. I didn't know it was still wet. You gotta work on this a little bit to get everything lined up and set down the way that you would like it to. So, all right. That just became an interesting spot on the ground. All right, very cool. So let me get the, let's see, what do we want to do next? I guess we'll go ahead and wire it up, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like lit up. And then I'm going to move the camera to this side, and we'll work on this side a little bit. We got some cars and some maybe some people, but maybe we'll draw some sidewalks. I don't know. We did it over there. On the other hand, though, we don't have the paint pen anymore because we lost the tip. Although we do have some Q-tips, so I don't know. Maybe. All right. Let me get this wired up, and then we'll get this camera switched around. All right, guys. As you can see, this looks pretty doggone good. We've got our buildings all lit up. We've got a pretty nice road, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now we need some some cars and maybe some people, maybe some sidewalks, if we can figure out a way to use that use that paint paint pen that the tip fell out. Now I do have some Q-tips here, so that's possible. So all right, let's turn off the lights and let's see what it looks like. Let's do that. All right, guys. So this is looking pretty awesome. We got our new roads, and you know, we got the new buildings. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings that we added, and they're all lit up. They look pretty nice. So all right, so let's turn back on these lights and let's get maybe some cars, maybe a truck or two, something, and let's get some life into this little town. So all right, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. What do you guys think? Pretty cool. Let's do it. All right, guys, how about this? How awesome. So all right, so we finished most of the residential section. Now we still need to get some street lights for the the commercial section there, and maybe some for the residential as well. So what do you say we turn off some of these lights and see how we did? Because I think that'll look pretty awesome. Let's do it. All right, guys, how about this? Wow, that is so awesome. Just amazing, 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 amazing. So all right, who wants to zoom in and see what we did? We did a few little people, and we did some vehicles and stuff, and yeah, let's turn back on these lights so we can check it out. Let's do it. All right, who's ready to take a look around? All right, so see how well this is gonna work. So we got this guy out here on the sidewalk. That's actually the closest and the best I've ever seen him, so that's pretty cool. So all right, who else do we have over here? We got somebody over here at the big yellow house. I had to look and see because I didn't remember exactly. Of course, we got this guy over here at the station, and then we got a lady over here, and I think she's got a broom. I hope she's got a broom, and I hope it's not a shovel, because if that's a shovel, well, she's shoveling the concrete sidewalk. So all right, well, I really can't tell actually what she's doing or what she has. Can you guys tell? Let's see if I can maybe. Well, you know, I still can't tell. But anyway, she's there and she's doing something. So all right, then we got some guy over here walking down the sidewalk. Yep, he's having a good time walking down the sidewalk. We got a car in the garage there. And then let's see, what else do we got here? We got a 2-story house here, and then a road, a truck going down the road. We got another guy, another truck. Pretty awesome. This guy's hanging out over here by the station. Let's see if we can get him to zoom in a little bit. Yep, so very cool. And then we got this other guy carrying a package. This is awesome. All right, so yeah, that's what we did today. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot when you kind of finish, but that was a lot. I mean, this has been literally all day. So very cool. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have enjoyed. I see the locomotive has gotten away from the rest of the train, but that's okay. All right, guys. Well, until next time. This has been the secondhand layout. This has been the creating the diorama for the residential section. Now we'll start to do the street lights and so forth, and we need to replace the street lights on the commercial section because somehow we had a little power surge and it popped all those LEDs. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed. Until next time, GGS Railways out. So awesome. So awesome.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just